Good Sunday to everyone. Sorry about the little bit of low lighting here. So, I came to you a little bit later today, and the main reason is, and yes, I'm kind of really proud of myself. I went on a little bit of a Twitter rant because there was one of the martyr parents of a child with autism who decided it was a good idea to name drop a couple of people that I have worked with for many years to help explain their whole martyr concept. Those two names were Temple Grandin and John Elder Robertson Jr. Now, I've known these two for years. We've all worked in the trenches together, starting at the very beginning of the neurodiversity movement. And what they stated was that these two were one of the first generations of advocates that acknowledged how debilitating severe autism can be. And I just had to take back the narrative, being in the trenches as long as I have been. I've been in before the Autism Self-Advocacy Network even existed. And I had to just set these people straight. You don't get to name drop the first generation of advocates in order to boost your own ableist agenda. None of us that started this whole thing believed in the tragedy narrative. In fact, the reason why the movement got started was in part because of that tragedy narrative and its real life consequences on real life autistic people. So right now there's a bunch of people getting involved, getting retweeted, and I'm really excited about that. But again, you don't get to claim our narrative. You don't get to name drop us in order to support your own biased, bigoted, freaking opinions as to why we should pity you. Okay? Take a seat. Take several seats. Because if you supported us original first generation advocates, we would have seen you there. We would have seen you there when we were fighting against electroshocks. We would have seen you when we started the Occupy Judge Rottenberg Center movement. We would have seen you protesting right alongside us at your state capitals on the national levels. And you know what? I didn't see a single one of you there. So, wanted to get that out there. Whew, still a little miffed, but still kind of happy to be able to get out our experiences and explain that you don't ever get to name drop any of us and use it to claim your freaking martyrdom narrative. I do want to do a quick shout out to, and I know he'll never see this, but a quick shout out to Mr. Colin Farrell, a famous person who has not accepted the martyr parent narrative. The fact that he went on Ellen and said what he did was huge. So, sir, welcome to our madness. Take a seat. I think you're going to like it here. You've got yourself a lot of more new fans who probably didn't even know who you were before you went on that show. Thank you very much for that. Okay, now getting into some tea. And this is more of a little bit of a rehashing. I haven't really seen any new nudes regarding the JDAH situation. Just a few rehashing points. I can report that after several days of being gone from Twitter, Adam Waldman, who, like Mr. Manson, has become my spirit animal. I love his sarcasm and his facts. It gives me, as an autistic who sarcasm is her native tongue, it gives me joy, gives me energy, gives me fuel. He went on there, and there is another journalist, Stan, for Miss A.H., who is saying that it is premature and dangerous for there to be a supportive Justice for Johnny Depp hashtag. Take a seat. Take several seats. You can take a seat right next to the Martyr Parents. I'm sure they'll keep you good company, okay? We are standing behind him because you people would not. We're standing behind him because we went, did our homework, and dug up the facts instead of just reacting off of what she said. Okay? We did the work that the journalists should have done instead of going and getting a catchy little headline. Alright, and we're going to keep doing it and keep getting the word out there until you all catch a hint. You can write as positive things about her as you want. You can claim that she is the next Mother Teresa, but the fact of the matter is, we don't buy it. There is nothing you can say at this point. No obscure reference you can pull out of the garbage in order for us to buy her nonsense, okay? And the fact that you just keep doubling down and doubling down on it, that just looks bad on you. It doesn't look bad on us, it looks bad on you. It means that you're not open to new facts and are just going to continue this false reporting. So, just wanted to get that out there. Also, again, more and more people coming on in support of JD over AH, in spite of the new court summons. Now, I have seen in the comments that he is still able to go ahead and appeal. There is no word on it yet on if he's planning on appealing the ruling or not. I kind of hope, I know the judge is throwing her a bone, but I kind of hope that he does. He doesn't deserve to have to put his life and the life of all the crew and other actors for Fantastic Beasts 3 on hold just to accommodate her own selfishness. You know, other people have lives and they want to get this done so they can get back to them and get back to their families. Just saying. Just saying is all. Alright, now, just a few more things here, real quick. There have been some new developments in regards to the actually autistic hashtag. We're getting some parents that are now supportive of us, which is good to see, who don't accept that martyr freaking narrative. And all I have to say to those folks is thank you for coming out. Thank you for sharing. Continue to share your stories. Don't let them take over or write themselves into your story either. Don't let them name drop you. Don't let them use your story to boost their own ableism and their own bigotry. Alright? You keep putting out your truth. We'll keep supporting you. We'll keep retweeting your tweets. We'll keep, if you have a book coming out, we will make sure to go ahead and get the word out there to know that that book's going to be out whenever that date may be. And again, just a shout out to the one famous person that I know Because after he did that interview, believe me, my autism mom allies flooded my Facebook with it. Thank you, Mr. Colin Farrell, for being one of the high-profile parents of a person with a disability who refused that martyr parent narrative, who refused that ableist, bigoted tragedy narrative. I hope others who watched that interview learned from your example. Alright, well folks, I am out. I may come back later, I may not, might depend on if there's any more developments with the JDAH, or if somebody else decides to be stupid on Twitter. You have a good one. Bye-bye.